Happy Wednesday, ladies. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope that you are rocking out this week and everything's just going really well for you as we start this new season. I know for me, I feel like I've just got a whole new wave of energy just pushing out projects and getting things done. And I hope you guys are seeing the same things in your business and you're seeing great results. It's super exciting to see that a lot of women are finally starting to see the benefits of what they've been working on, and it's starting to click, and they're starting to see the snowball effect and getting more sales. So that is super exciting, and I just really hope that you guys continue to learn and practice what you're learning, and you start seeing some of the successes that have been proven to what we've been teaching, and that you will see results soon. We're going to talk today about just some insights to Facebook. We've talked about Facebook, we've talked about how to set it up, we've talked a little bit about how to post, but I just kind of wanted to go back over a couple different things when it comes to quality posting, and then to dive in and actually show you how to understand and read the insights of your business page now that we've got some consistent posting down, and that we are working towards reaching more people and getting more engagement. We can finally start to understand what those engagements mean, or what our target audience is, and we can start to really hone in on what is going to be the best way to reach our audience, whether it's by the time of day, the type of post, or the specific day. So we're going to just talk a little bit about that. Before we do, I do want to go over just a couple different points when it comes to quality posting. So, like I said, we've talked about this before, and maybe it's been mentioned in a couple webinars, but I just want to go over it one more time, since I do get several questions about this, or I see some things that maybe someone's like, hey, I don't know why this post isn't working, and I look at it, and just as a reminder, I know we throw a ton of information at you ladies, so don't feel bad at all if you can't remember it. I completely understand. So that's why I'm just going to go over just a couple important things that we need to remember when we are posting, just so it becomes more of a habit when we are actually doing the posting. One thing you're going to want to do is watch your feed, go back and copy what you get the most likes and engagement, and stop posting on the things that aren't. Everybody loves kids, everybody loves their dogs, everybody loves, house pictures, everybody, we all love that stuff. But there is such a thing as overposting on a specific topic or a specific item, or, whatever. I see several of my friends, I love seeing their kids, I love seeing their dogs, but when you're posting a photo album that maybe has like 50 pictures of just the same dog in the same position or the same look or whatever, and you're posting those same things every day, gets a little bit just too much. So definitely watch for that. I can't think of anybody offhand, or I'm not referring to anyone in the group, but it is just something I see just in general on Facebook. I love seeing pictures of people's kids, but when it's like 80 pictures every day of the kid, and half of them are blurry and half of them have bad lighting, it just becomes to get too much. And over time, our brains, when we're not attracted to something, they turn off. They're not any longer drawn to those types of things. So if I see someone gets on the Facebook page, maybe, I don't know, maybe a Natalie, and she's posting all these pictures of her kids or her dogs, and she's posting the same basic picture every day, sooner or later, all our brains just start to automatically tune that out, because we've already seen it. It's nothing new. So that's why we need to learn to be creative. We need to learn to share things that are going to spark people's attention and really just grab them. And by doing that, we want to just try to avoid posting the same things all the time. And that's what helps, going back and looking at what's getting the most engagements, looking at what's getting the most likes, and kind of replicate that, but in a slightly different manner. Always use a picture. Always use a picture. You know, especially if you're a business profile or on your VIP group, like, it's a non-option. You always have to use a picture. Otherwise people are just gonna glance over it, or they're gonna miss it. Pictures are a fantastic way to grab people's attention, and if you're not using a picture, sometimes it gets skipped. And let's face it, Facebook loves pictures. I will show you examples of that later, and you will be able to see how much of a difference it makes if you're doing pictures versus a link versus just words. You'll be able to see that. Post once a day, but no more than 3 times a day. Now, this is for somebody that's, you know, maybe they're not getting a lot of engagement or likes, and they don't know why. They're posting 10 times a day, but they just don't know why people aren't commenting or liking their stuff. Now, if you are somebody that posts quite often and frequently, and you are getting a lot of engagement and comments and likes, you know, this is not for you. You've obviously built quite an audience, and they love hearing from you, so keep doing what you're doing. But if you are someone that is not getting a lot of likes or comments, go ahead and just really trim down the fat of what you are posting. Trim down some of that stuff that just isn't working and just isn't getting those engagements. And you know, and we're basically going to have to just level your Facebook page and start building it up again. And by doing that, we'll just stop posting so much. Avoid app sharing. Avoid anything like, sometimes people, you know, maybe unbeknownst to them, they have linked their Pinterest page to their Facebook page, and now all of the sudden everything that they share in Pinterest now gets to their Facebook page. Try to not do that. Make sure you are, you know, not sharing too much of those app type things. They can get a little spammy. You know, maybe if there's like an exercise app that you wanted to just kind of, you know, show that you've done your yoga today or whatever, you know, super inspiring, and, you know, but at the same time, you really want to trim down, like, if you're not getting any likes or posts or whatever on that, just stop posting that. What you could do is actually make that app go to only so you can see it. So if you wanted to track your progress and you wanted a way to see it in one place, go ahead and just put that as only me. That way you're not essentially wasting your engagements or likes or viewership on something that's not even working with your audience. Same with like games. You know, we all have one of those love-hate relationships with those Facebook games. So just try avoiding doing that. But for the most part, we really just want to make yourself approachable, make yourself, you know, look as though you would if you were in a home spa. You know, if you are in a home spa, you're going to pretty much edit yourself a little bit more, maybe not put out random questions or comments or things like that that really just don't make sense to your audience. And, you know, since you are a business and you are working as an entrepreneur and you're representing beauty control, you really just have to watch that kind of stuff, even on social media, if you're trying to sell on social media. You know, so same basic principles, same basic points. If you're in a home spa and you want to impress people to buy your stuff, it's pretty much the same on social media. So really just watch what you post. You know, obviously, again, I am not pointing at anyone or even thinking of anyone. It's just an overall general, you know, just a reminder, maybe, you know, to get you thinking about how you're posting. Maybe if you are struggling with engagements or likes or comments, that you kind of see where your, self-discovery, and you see where those issues may be, and you can fix them. But, really, like I said before in our webinar, it was a Facebook Live last week. Facebook only shares a certain amount of posts to a certain amount of people every day. If you're posting 10 times a day and you're posting things that are app sharing things, or maybe you're sharing your time hop 3 times a day, eventually Facebook is only going to share a certain amount of posts with a certain amount of people. So we want to make sure those posts that they are sharing with those people are going to be quality posts. They're going to be posts that are going to get you more clients, get you more sales. So I'm not saying you only, please don't only post product posts or posts about being control. That's not what I mean at all. I am just saying we need to just watch about the quality, especially with the apps or stuff like that. If you're sharing things that are just not, pictures or things that really contribute to the conversation on Facebook, just keep that in mind when you are posting. So as far as the insights, what we're going to look for is the day, the time, and the type. And I'm going to go ahead and show you these. Overall, Facebook Insights say that the best posting can be done on a Thursday between 1 and 6. I have no clue why it's Thursday. Maybe everyone's just ready for the weekend. They're ready to check out of just life itself. So they go on Facebook and they're just there. So yeah, that apparently seems to be the best day. I know weekends tend to be a little more slow. Mondays tend to be a little higher. So those are just a couple things we're going to watch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my Facebook, and I need to share this page. Okay, so here's one of the things that one of the pages I run. I've been running it from the beginning, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you just a couple things to watch for. Now, I've kind of narrowed it down more recently, as to when the best timing is. Now, you can go through this if you go to your page. If you're going on your business page there, it's just going to be up here on the Insights. And if you're on your phone, I believe it's the middle top button that says Insights. Anyway, so you're going to go here. We're going to look down here at Posts. Okay, and this is just for the posts. We'll get into the other stuff a little bit later, but we're just looking at posts right now. So here you can see that I have kind of really narrowed it down to the afternoon, sometime afternoon, and just before 6. That's when I found the best posting time for this page was. And that just depends on who I'm trying to reach, if I'm using any hashtags. So, definitely keep that in mind too. Beauty control is going to be a little different because of the audience is a little different. But if we go down here, I'll show you what it was like before I started realizing, hey, I need to schedule my posts a little better. And some days you're going to hit some off ones where maybe they won't be as good, and some days they'll be a weird time and they will be good. So we're just kind of getting an overall view as to what is good and what is not so good. So here you can see I was getting some pretty decent posts here, in the afternoon. And like I said, it was hit and miss, and these were actually before I had more likes. I got more likes after that. But here you can see at 11:30, not so good. 9:30 a.m., not so good. Another in the morning, and then here's in the evening, 9:27, again, not so good. Not as good as later. And so I started just picking one time and going for that. And as you can see, they started getting better and better and better. So that's just one way you can see, between 1 and 6 is what I started to do. So you know, definitely look at your insights. You should have been posting every day by now, so you'll have a good idea as to when your postings are the best. And if you are still kind of all over the place, or maybe you can't really find a set time, I would go ahead and just start picking one time and just trying that and seeing how well it does. You know, go ahead and start at like 3 in the afternoon is when you're going to be posting your stuff, and kind of go from there. So here, just a couple things. And here's another example. I wanted to show you how big of a difference this is. So with this post here, it's just a picture, no link, just a couple words and maybe one hashtag. So I made that picture up and I put it on there. And then on Monday, I went ahead, and this is just posting a link. Let's see if it'll come up. Here we go. This was just posting a link and using the picture and the special link down here that automatically came up, and I just used that and posted that. And you could see how much of a difference there is in the postings. So that's why if you're going to post links, what I would recommend doing is actually, and I did that here so you can kind of see. I actually just took a picture, I saved it on my desktop or my phone, and I actually grabbed a link. So I just uploaded the picture and then I put the link in the post rather than letting it auto-generate into the special little link thing that sends you over there. Those just don't get as much views and engagement. Facebook likes to penalize those ones a little bit more, but they do just like pictures. So if you use pictures and then you put a little link in there, you will get much better viewership, much better engagement. People will see those ones more. So keep that in mind. Try to avoid these ones where it auto-generates into a special cell-like link there. I know they look really nice and pretty and really put together, but for some reason they just don't work. Facebook does not like them. So there is that for how to strategically look at your posts. You can also, you know, look at what is getting the most impressions. Here you can see here. You know, I got some great look here. Awesome, 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 awesome. You know, and again, these are all in my specific time frame. So just keep looking at, you know, definitely play with these, seeing what kind of matches up with your times and maybe your days, and you'll be able to get an idea as to what's going to work best for you. And here it just shows you pretty much everything. So play around with it. You'll be able to see it. If you have any questions on what is what and what exactly these different, you know, these different settings mean, definitely message me or leave a comment and I will get back to you. You will also probably want to send me a screenshot too, just so I know and get an idea as to what you're looking at. So anyway, definitely check that out and keep that in mind. Here we go. You can also look up here as to, now it seems Tuesday is one of the better days for me rather than Thursday, but you can tell that Saturday doesn't get much, but for the most part across the board they're pretty much the same. Tuesday seems to be my best day. That may just be because today is Tuesday though. I don't know, we'll have to see. And here's another good thing you can see as far as the best time of day. 6 p.m. seems to be a good one for me. And then you can see it kind of slowly dies off there. So definitely take a look at that, check it out, see what's going to be the best time, and try to schedule your posts around that. Now, while we're in here, let's go ahead and look at just a couple different things. We'll start with the overview. We'll start with the overview here. Let's see. Oh, it's going to show me just the last 7 days. My page likes, my page views, my reach, my post engagements, and my videos. So, I mean, Facebook gives you a really good idea as to how your page is doing overall. Here's just a couple of my more recent promotions. You know, nothing too big, nothing too fancy. Mostly these are kind of just playing around, seeing how they perform, playing around with a couple different boosting features. Okay, so here is the likes. And you can see this is just your overall likes, you know, how it kind of trends up. And for the most part, it should always be going up. There really shouldn't be too much going down on this one. But you can see if maybe you run a promotion, or maybe you've had friends invite friends, that, you know, you'll get an idea as to how well they will perform. And here is your net likes or unlikes. It's pretty normal to get an unlike from here and there, nothing too big. Usually those are people that maybe liked it because, who knows, maybe they liked one thing of yours, or maybe somebody left a comment, or maybe they end up being spammy type things and they just end up unliking it, which is fine. And nothing happened down there. So here is our reach. Now here I don't have very much organic views here. Let's see. I'm sorry, paid views. So this is the reach when I boosted a post. And these are the organic. So you can see an overall, it's kind of just slowly going up here. You know, with me being more consistent and posting every day, posting at the same time every day. Again, weekends tend to be a little more slow, but definitely gives you a good idea as to how your page is doing. Likes, comments, and shares. Kind of keep track of that, any trends that you may notice. This is when you get anybody that clicks to hide a post, hide all posts, report a spam, or unlike page. You can see I'm not too spammy. So anyway, let's see. Page views. Now these are people that actually went to your page and were looking at it. These aren't people that maybe just had your feed through their page, through their feed. These are people that actually clicked on your Facebook page and went to it. And here is somebody that actually came from my website to go to my Facebook page. So if you got a website, you can keep track of that too. Okay. And we already looked at posts, so we don't need to go back there. Let's look at events. Now, I don't have any events, but this is something you're going to want to keep track of if you're starting to do any public events. You can see what the engagement like, what the audience is like. Good information. So if you ever do a public Facebook event, definitely check this out. Definitely look in your insights. See what kind of audience you have, what kind of engagement, what kind of awareness you get. And you know, definitely keep track of that. That's going to be your target audience to who you're going to want to really work your postings towards. So really keep an eye on that. videos. Not much going on there. This is hugely important. This is your fans. This is your people. So you can see here the people that like my page, between their ages, between their ages, the men or female. See, I got a lot of men that like this page. Okay, so you can see here that all of my fans, all of the people that have liked my page, divided between men and women, what country they're from, even what city they're from, and what language they speak. So this is hugely important. You can really kind of narrow down who you're reaching, who your target audience is, where your posts are actually going. A lot of these I try to keep the account in Pennsylvania, so you can definitely tell that's been working there. And then as far as people reached, pretty much the same. Definitely. So you can really start narrowing it down, your boosts and what kind of boosts are going to work for you. You can see that I really don't get much going on between 13 and 17, which I'm pretty sure 13 is a new number. Facebook's always been 18 and higher, so that is a completely new level there. So anyway, I try to keep my posts between 25 and 55. That's just where my general audience is. I really don't market differently towards men or women, but I do just try to keep the ages where I need to keep them. I try to keep my cities pretty local to the page. So anyway, pretty good stuff there. And then these are just messages. I don't have much going on there. So another thing I wanted to teach you all is boosting and how to make a proper boost. I don't know if we've actually gone over this too much, but let me just go ahead and reiterate this for you. It's pretty self-explanatory. I will show you one down here that I would like to boost. Let's see here. I am going to actually boost this one here. So what I'm going to do, if I want to boost a post, I'm going to want to pick my post and then click boost. Now, you do not have to boost every single post. Again, you do not have to boost every single post. In fact, I would limit it, if you want to start experimenting with them, no more than once a week. Just a few dollars here and there may be enough to help get the ball rolling. So what I've done is you can edit to your little learn more here. Right there. You can have no button, shop now, book now, sign up, send message. So I just did learn more, and then I have it go into my website. Now, if you don't have a website, just go ahead and click no button. If you want to send a message, that may be pretty handy. Go ahead and do that one. Now, people I choose through targeting. This is where you need to kind of decide where your audience is. So, for the most part, people that are interested in makeup are going to be women. We really don't need to, unless you are wanting to get a hold of a couple men, if you find that your main audience is women, go ahead and just click women. If you are wanting to reach a certain demographic, a certain age group, maybe you feel like you relate better to women in their upper 30s, all the way up to 65. So you can go ahead and just do that. And then what you can do is type in your address here. So for example, I would put in my address. Oh, nope, don't live on Hamilton Street. We'll see if this pops up. I don't know. My address gets kind of funky. Nope, that's not my address, but it's fine. We'll keep it there. You can mess with the mileage. You can go all the way up to 50 miles, which for those of you that do live in the country, this may be pretty helpful. If you don't have a problem driving 50 miles, again, pretty helpful. And then you could come down here and really target people that are interested in beauty. You know, maybe if they post on their Facebook that they like beauty, or maybe they add it into somewhere on their profile, that's going to target these types of women. So maybe cosmetics, beauty salons, people that are interested in, I am completely, cosmetics, there we go. Maybe people that are interested in skincare. So, you know, just play around with that. You can exclude certain people. You can even narrow your audience down even more. Maybe you don't want people that work in salons, or I wonder, oh, you can exclude people that don't even like Mary Kay. There you go. So we can narrow our audience down even more to, let's see, I believe you can actually, let's see, you can even get it to people that make a certain income each year. How crazy is that? You can get people that maybe under $50,000. You can get those people that are making more than $50,000. I mean, look at that. That is crazy. And you can bet Facebook knows this. Facebook knows it. They already know what you make. Yeah, don't get me into that whole conspiracy theory, but yes, this is completely true. I don't want to know where they put me. So anyway, there you go. Just kind of get some ideas, really target your audience. And that's really just going to make it's going to make it so much easier for you to really grasp those women that are looking for something, looking for a need that they need, something that they need filled. And here you are with the answer. It totally cuts out like 80% of that filter stuff where you have to figure out if this is even going to be good for this person. I mean, you're getting them within the correct mileage, you're getting them in industries and interests that they like, you're getting them in their income level, you are getting them in additional interests. I mean, this is just super, super great and, you know, really targeted stuff here. So what you can do is just save that, make sure you save it. And then you can go out on here and set your budget. Now, starting off, I really wouldn't do more than a couple dollars. Just play around with it, get used to it. $3 is going to reach up to 440 people. So really don't even throw a whole bunch of money. Like seriously, don't put like 20 bucks out there. If you're new to this, don't start throwing your money away. It can get a little addicting a little fast. So definitely watch that. Just play around, maybe a couple bucks here or there. What that's going to do, you know, you can then pick a day or how many days you want it to run, and it'll divide it up between those days. And then you'll have to set up a PayPal method. I think they have credit card. I've always done it on PayPal, but they should have a credit card. Anyway, what this does is I would end up boosting it, but I'm not, because I don't need to actually boost it under those parameters there. But what I will show you is it will go ahead and boost your post, and then you can go back and invite those people to like your page. So I always call it the two birds with one stone theory. You're only paying once, but you get 2 shots at this person liking your page. You're becoming a member of your team. Okay, where is that post? And show you what happens here. La-di-da. Okay. I think it was here we go. So here is a post that I boosted. And after it was done boosting, I went back and I clicked these likes. I was able to see who liked my page. And what I was able to do is go ahead and invite them to like my page. Now, this pretty much doesn't work a lot, all the time. It doesn't get everyone to like your page, but every now and again you'll get, if you've got, 50 likes, you'll go ahead and get, a couple likes. If you've got a lot of likes on a one post, if you go back and invite them, you'll end up getting several of these people to actually like your page and continue following, continue being a part of what you're doing. So definitely some great things to take a look at and invest in. I know some people are like, you don't need to invest, you don't need to boost your posts, you don't need to, and they're right, but they are also those people that can be on the computer 6 hours a day doing posting, doing engagements, finding other ways to boost your social media. But if you're new at this, if you don't have a lot of time, if you're already working on another business, this is just a way that can help you speed up the process a little bit. So, definitely just give it a couple of tries. Just throw a couple bucks at it. You don't have to spend a lot. But I really think it does help. I do it quite often, just to get a couple extra likes, just to show my client that we are proceeding in a good way. We are getting closer to reaching a goal, if they have a goal of likes or whatever engagement reach. That really just goes a long way into making it work for you better. Anyway, so here is the boosting. So go ahead and try that. Let me know how it works for you, if you found it to be helpful, if you are needing some help in maybe you have some questions about troubleshooting, or maybe you don't understand how it works, just let me know, comment below, or comment in another discussion, whatever works best for you. Let's go ahead and do our challenge. There we go. Our challenge. Find your ideal time. Oh, here is your challenge. Find your ideal, not ideally, time and day. When you find it posted in the group, I want to hear it. What have you found? What is the best time of day, and what day is it that you find that most of your posts do great on? Let me know. Leave a comment. I will put a little picture up where you'll be able to see and leave your results, but I'd love to hear it. Again, as always, message me, comment below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. But otherwise, just have a fantastic Wednesday. Keep killing it, ladies. You're doing awesome. We're getting this going. People are seeing results. Just keep going. If you're feeling like you're a little behind, or if you need help with something, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Leave a discussion, leave a comment. Please just let me know how I can help you. That's what we're here for. But otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great day and that this has been helpful for you. I will see you all in the group. Have a great day.